Hey everyone, welcome to the Farm and Pastor's Wife. I'm so glad you are here. Today is a what's for dinner video and we are making creamy chicken chili and some Mexican cornbread. We are making this actually for Caroline and Jamie and Jamie's parents. We're all going to go over there and eat tonight. And I'm making this for them because Jamie's grandfather passed away, Cindy's dad. And so we're just going to make them a good, comforting, creamy chicken chili and some Mexican cornbread. And I'm just bringing you guys along. I've made these on my channel, each of them about one time. And it hasn't been that long ago. So we're just going to kind of enjoy the whole day together. You and I, me and you. So let's get started.
Hey, darling. Can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city. Let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is...
I may have to divide this up into 2 pots, but that's fine. But to begin with, I just need to boil my chicken. I have about 5 chicken breasts in here. And I'm going to add some chicken base. This is what I use, but there's Better Than Bouillon at Walmart that is excellent. There's the Knorr bouillon cubes that are excellent. You don't need a lot of flavor in this chicken because there's so much flavor in the chili, but I do like to give it a little something special. So if you have the bouillon granules, you can definitely use those. The bouillon cubes, Better Than Bouillon, whatever. But I'm actually using this, and I'm just going to take a good little spoon dollop, put in here, add water, and I'm going to get this chicken on to boil. I'll bring you back once it's done and ready to shred. Okay, so I am putting this into 2 pots, mainly because when I transport them over to Caroline's, I don't want them to be so full that they splatter and spill. So I'm I'm making a double batch anyway. So I have let my chicken boil. It is cooled, and now I am just shredding it. You could definitely do this with 2 forks, but I'm just going in with my hands and shredding it up. My hands are good and clean. I always keep, I run so much water in my sink, it's pretty much always at least warm, if it's not always hot, to turn on when I turn it on, because I've usually just ran a tub of soapy water or something. So and so I'm just taking this and shredding it up. You could definitely use a hand mixer. I've mentioned this several times before. I only use a hand mixer when I'm doing like enchiladas or something like that. When it comes to this or chicken pie or chicken and dumplings, I like to get a bigger piece of chicken. The hand mixer just seems to sometimes get it too fine, and so the majority of the meals I use my hands to shred it. So okay, and I just divided my chicken in half and doing half in this pot and half in this one over here. I've already got that one done. If there's any like little fatty areas, or I just pull them out. Bryant usually comes in, grabs them and eats them. Okay, let me just finish shredding this, and I'll be back to chop an onion. That's all I'm going to do next, is add some chopped onion. I probably won't film myself chopping the onion, but we will add a chopped onion into each of the pots, and then I'll show you where we go from there. Okay, so both pots have equal amounts of chicken and onion chopped up in each one. I did a medium onion in each pot. So now I'm going to go in with about 2 cups of chicken broth in each one. And that was the broth I cooked them in. Now you're probably thinking, that's not a lot of juice. You're right, it's not. So we're gonna add in a teaspoon of pepper, a teaspoon of cumin, and a teaspoon of cayenne into both pots. I have another one over here. Okay. And to this, I'm going to put a can of petite diced tomatoes, 1 can in each I'll show you this pot over here since this is where the camera is tilted. And I use juice and all. All right, and so to that we're going to add in 2 cans of green chilies. And to that I'm also going to use the juice. I don't really drain anything. I do drain. We're going to use some Great Northern beans in here. And I think I use 1 can with the liquid and I drain 1 can. So each pot will have 2 cans of Great Northern beans. And the 1 can being the only thing that I drain. And I see a little stem, so I'm going to get that out. Whoopsie. All right. So I'm going to do the same thing over here, and then I'll go get my beans and get them ready. Okay, here are my cans of Great Northern. This is actually the one I did drain. I'll get you guys turned down so you can see how pretty this is. And the one I did not drain. Okay, so we're going to let this cook for just a little bit. Let all these flavors meld together. We'll give it a good stir here. Look at that. Now we have cream and sour cream to go in here yet. Oh my goodness, look how beautiful that is. Okay, so it's not even near as pretty as it's going to be when we get the cream and sour cream in here. Oh my goodness. Okay guys, I'm going to turn this on and just let it cook for just a little bit on low. Nothing major. Just kind of let it get warm. And we'll bring you back when it's almost time to serve, because you only need to add the cream and the sour cream, you know, right before you get ready to serve it. So right before I get ready to take everything to Caroline's, we'll add the cream and sour cream, and it's going to be so, so good. Well, the soup is ready, all but adding in the sour cream and the heavy cream. So we might as well get started on the cornbread. And I'm going to preheat my oven to 350. I'm going to use some cornmeal mix. I think it's Tend to Bake or White Lily or something like that. We're making Mexican cornbread. I have 4 jalapenos here chopped up. I may not use all of them. I may save a few to garnish the soup to take, but I did chop up 4 good size jalapenos. I have 2 eggs. We have some buttermilk, some cream corn, some bacon. You could fry your own bacon. I just didn't want to do that step. So I had some bacon pieces, which are the real bacon pieces. The only ingredients in this is bacon. So, and So oil, let me see. There's more ingredients than bacon. It's bacon. Actually, just what it's cured with. So it is just cured bacon, and they listed what the bacon is cured with. But, so, anyway, and some cheddar cheese. So, we're going to grab everything. I'm going to spray. I'm going to do this. Normally, I do my cornbread in a cast iron skillet. But this one I'm going to do in a 9x13 pan. And I'm going to spray it with some spray, and we'll come back and we'll throw this together. All right, so here we go. I'm going to do 2 cups of my cornmeal mix. Okay. We're going to set that aside, and I'm going to go ahead and add in my liquids. I don't normally buy buttermilk in a carton like this. I normally buy it in a jug, but so I need a cup of buttermilk. And this is not my normal buttermilk. My normal buttermilk's a little bit thicker than this, but that's okay. All right, and then we're going to add a 1/2 cup of oil. That was a whole cup of buttermilk. Okay, so in my container here that I had the oil and the buttermilk, I'm going to crack 2 eggs. I'm making a mess. All right, let me clean up my mess. Okay, guys, and to that, I'm going to add cream style corn, a whole can. And you could, if you make your own cream corn, you definitely could, but I don't think there's anything much easier than opening that can. We're also going to put in some bacon bits. And I don't have my cheese out yet, but we are going to add a bunch of cheese. In fact, I'm not sure I have enough room. Be sure to stir good because there's bits of that cornmeal mix down there that hasn't been broken up yet. Okay, so I'm going to add in now these jalapenos, or a good amount of those jalapenos. All right, let me get the cheese out. I'm not sure I'm going to have enough room to add the cheese in here because it calls for like 4 to 5 cups of cheese. So we're going to see. Okay, y'all, I've got 3.5 cups of cheese in here, and I believe that's going to be plenty. I'm not actually going to add the rest of the cheese. So in here is 3.5 cups of cheese. So we're going into the baking dish with this, and I'll see you back. Well, hang on. Let me just bring it over here, and I'll pour it in while y'all are still with me. I've got my oven preheating to 350 degrees. You could actually sprinkle the rest of this cheese on top, but I'm not going to. Also, with this chicken chili, I'm going to be serving the tortilla strips that you can find in the salad aisle that some people put in their salads. I'm going to be serving those with this. So they have their choice of cornbread, Mexican cornbread, or the tortilla chips. All right, isn't that beautiful? I mean, this is just such a pretty, pretty cornbread. Okay, it's going in the oven. I'll be right back. All right, everybody, there is that beautiful, beautiful cornbread. It is all ready, and now we're going to finish up this soup. Okay, everybody, this is a 24-ounce can or container of sour cream, and I am just going to put half of it in each pot. The reason I did 2 containers is just for transportation ease, so it won't spill. So we're going in half, and I'm just going to eyeball half. All right. Half of the sour cream, and I did turn the soup back on. I need to get it warm again. So, and we may add more, so just hang tight. And we're definitely going to add heavy cream. So I've got the burners on, and so the soup is reheating. Now when we put the heavy cream in, we don't want it to boil too much. I'm going to take a bag of shredded cheese that people can put cheese in as they wish. Woo! Did y'all see that? Man, that sour cream just made a huge difference already. My goodness. All right, so I'm going to get it good and hot before I add the heavy cream, and then I'm going to turn it down because I don't want it to really boil when I add the heavy cream in. So I'm going to get it good and hot, and then turn it down, and then add the heavy cream. Let me show you the tortilla strips I'm going to serve with it. Okay, so like I said, I'll be serving some cheese, some shredded cheese. This is what I normally get, the tricolor tortilla strips. They only had 2 bags of these, so I grabbed the 2, and then they also had these, which are the Texas Toast brand, and they're chipotle cheddar strips. So I bought a few bags of these as well. So we'll have something to go in here. Y'all, this is so delicious. I wish you could just, and I know some of you don't care for sour cream. You can't taste the sour cream other than it just gives it a good creaminess. I can eat it. I can eat sour cream. I can't just take a spoonful of it. And I don't know if it's just the name of it or what, but when you put it in a dish with this much flavor, it loses. If you're opposed to that sour cream taste, it doesn't really have it other than it just gives it a creaminess. But if you're absolutely, totally opposed to it, you could try some cream cheese, maybe some yogurt, some Greek yogurt. If you like Greek yogurt, you could try those. But I would say try the sour cream first before you totally turn off from it. It is, I think you will like it, even if you don't like sour cream. And even as much sour cream as I just put in it. Oh my goodness, this looks so good. Oh, y'all. So good. Oh my goodness. I have not salted this, so before I add the heavy cream in, I'm going to give them, I really only need to taste one because I made them the same, and see if I need any salt. Maybe just a little bit, not much. Not much at all. Okay, so we're just waiting for these to get hot and then we'll add the heavy cream in. I also wanted to show you guys this. I did save a little bit of the jalapeno out, and we'll just carry it in case somebody wants to top their soup with some jalapeno. I didn't use it all in the cornbread. Used most of it, not quite all of it. So it's coming together. I just put my almond croissants in the oven. If you guys have not seen that video, check that out. That was yesterday's video, so be sure to check out the almond croissants. They are delicious. Okay, everybody, let's put our heavy cream in, at least in this first one. I'm going to start with 2 cups, and I'm just going to eyeball that. I'm actually just going to kind of fill the carton. And we may add more. I did buy extra heavy cream just to add more if we need it. Y'all, this is so good. I'm going to go ahead and add my heavy cream in here as well. All right. And our soup is ready. We just need to get it hot. And what I'll do is I'll take this over to Caroline's house a little bit early, and we'll set it on her stove and reheat it and get it good and hot. That way we're not carrying it as it's boiling out the door. But the soup is ready. It is ready to be served. I will let it stay heated and, you know, let the flavors continue to meld even after adding the heavy cream in. I'll leave it on low until we're ready to go. Oh, I wish you guys could just taste how good and delicious. This is absolutely the best chicken chili I've ever had. It is so creamy and velvety, and it's just wonderful. It really and truly is. So I'm going to cut this one down, put the lid on. It is ready to go. And this one still hasn't quite got hot enough yet. I'm going to let this one cook just a little bit longer. I didn't have the burner on when I thought I did. But, okay. So we will see you. I'll get Bryant to taste it over at Caroline's for you and let you know how good it is. But I can tell you it's delicious. Okay, y'all, we did not get a taste test last night. So Bryant came back and he wanted more. So we're going to do it now for you guys. And Judabug wants to be here too.
All right, buddy, you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go.
I'll never the chips.
You want some chips? Okay, all right, we're going to put some chips in there. Here we go. All right, here we go. Take a bite for the camera. Tell them what you think, okay?
I don't want a bite.
Mmm.
No, it's kind of dirty.
What you think, buddy?
Look at the camera. Tell them what you think.
Is that good stuff?
And the cornbread is super, super moist.
Especially when you put it in soup.
You don't have to. But that is, say it's phenomenal. Look at the camera. Say it's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal.
It's what? Look at the
Look
camera.
at me.
It's phenomenal.
It's phenomenal.
Look, he's going for more.
All right, guys, you've seen it right here on the Farming Pastor's Wife.
Judah
Delicious.
likes it.
It's a gotta-make recipe. It's a good comfort food, and you will enjoy it.
All right. Well, I'll let y'all. Hey, Judah, tell him if the grease is hot enough,
I'm gonna fry anything.
you can fry anything.
Bye, guys.
Bye, y'all.